Okay. Alright, so for today's class, we are going to have our last chapter, which is chapter 6, which is focusing to the ERP. But before we proceed to that chapter, I want everyone to do the exercises first, trying to answer the question that related to the ERP. You can find the answer from the slide from the chapter 6 slide. Okay, the slide I already uploaded to the e-learning, to your VLE, sorry, to your VLE, so you can download the file. Okay, so you can find the answer from the slides. Trying to go through the slide first, um, and then try to find the answer from the slide. Okay, so basically we actually have go through like two times related to ERP. Okay, it's just that for this chapter it's focusing to ERP system only. Okay, so before we discuss further related to this ERP topic, okay, I need all of you to do these exercises so that you have more clear idea about the ERP, and then when we discuss later. Is that clear, class?
Where do we submit? Tak payah submit, just bincang je
Yeah.
kan?
No, yes, you don't have to submit, but we will discuss later because this exercises is very important for your final exam. So it could be it can be your final exam revision as well. Okay, so I hope everyone of you will do these exercises because it's very good practice for your final exam.
Okay.
Okay, is there any question before I assign you the task? Some of you did ask me regarding the final exam, right? I already informed you before this to make sure you aware about this, which is our final exam will be conducted face to face. Okay, so that's why I know a little bit for face to face. For face to face, it quite tough. Okay, but then if let's say you do a good practice exercises, and then you focus when I explain to you, or I stress the certain part, which topic, or which uh, um, which uh, which topic lah, which topic that might be uh, asked in your final exam. Okay, uh, for your information, for your final exam, the question is consists of two part, MCQ and also essay part. Okay, but for this final exam format, I will further explain on our last class next week. Next week should be our last class, right? Before you have your study week. Is it, class?
Paper 2 bulan 2
Betul,
ada.
madam.
Yes, kalau Medic tengok dalam kalender, kalender pula, in the final final draft for the exam timetable tu should be to February lah, right? In the morning, if I'm not mistaken, but you have to check, double check your apa tu timetable. Okay, it's actually in the morning. So don't set in your mind lah, the final exam is conducted face to face. So takut dekat online duduk rumah tunggu online kan. So jangan pula, sebab kita dah commonly biasa dah dengan online exam kan. Last semester, do you have face to face or online exam?
Online.
Online. Because it actually depends on the certain subject, right? From the previous semester. Previous semester ada yang face to face, ada yang online lagi. But for this semester, I already asked your head of section, Dr. Cik Rose. She said that they are going to be face to face totally face to face lah for all subject. If I'm not mistaken lah, apa yang dia cakap. But then I'm not sure from from other subject. I'm not sure lah, mungkin ada juga online ke apa, I'm not sure, but maybe you for other subject you have to refer your lecturer lah. Okay, but for our subject it's going to be face to face. Okay, so wake up early lah. Okay, for those who stay far, okay, because if I'm not mistaken, the time is in the morning. I think 9 o'clock macam tu. So make sure you can reach Q more on time. Okay, but then as I mentioned, please double check your final exam timetable. Okay, don't overlook or mislook her. Right? Is that clear, class? Clear or not?
Clear,
madam.
Clear, madam.
Okay.
Yes, clear.
So, I will assign you the exercise. Make sure every one of you do this exercise. As Madam mentioned, it's very good for your final exam preparation. Okay. I also upload this question in Week13. Sekejap, Madam upload sekejap. I start the session. So sambil Madam upload ni, I share sekejap lah. For those who just join the class, please submit your attendance, okay?
Madam, QR expired.
Madam, soalan kat mana?
Sekejap ni Madam tengah upload dekat BLE.
Oh, okey, madam. Madam, grouping atau individual eh?
Should be individual lah. Okay, sebab final exam pun individual. Okay.
Okey,
So
madam.
because so as Madam mentioned, for this one is actually good for your final exam preparation. Okay.
Madam, nanti final exam masuk semua bab kan? Semua chapter.
Apa soalan tadi? What the question you asked just now? How many chapters, right? So since we have only like 6 chapters, of course, all chapters will be included. Okay, for your final exam. Because as Madam mentioned earlier, for your format, the question is consists of 2 part. Part 1 is MCQ, part 2 is essay. So MCQ, most of the question is come from all chapters. Okay, 1 until 6. But for the AC, this one I will talk further on next week. Okay, which chapter that you should focus on for the AC part. But for today chapter, it is very good practice for your final exam. So it could be asked. One of the chapter could be asked for your essay part. Okay, is that clear? Plus,
Clear, madam?
okay. So I already upload the question for your revision, final exam, final exam revision question. Okay, you try to answer the question first. So for 4:30 something like that, we will start discuss the answer. Okay, is that okay, class?
Okay, madam.
Okay, you do it first. If like say you don't have any question, before that I share how to answer the question. Okay, sekejap ya. Hmm. Okay.
Madam dah ambil attendance eh? Sebab saya baru masuk, saya bangun lewat hari ni. Dia tak madam tick kan?
Apa nama awak tadi? Yang nak medium tu, take attendance?
Saya madam, Muhammad Hashim.
Okay, nampak tak? The share screen.
Nampak.
Okay, as you can see here, there are 3 types of question. 5 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks. So for 10 marks, it's commonly, if like say this question asking you this kind of question with 10 marks, supposedly you provide 5 points and it must come together with the elaboration, okay, for each point. So you can get 10 marks if like say you provide enough or complete point. Okay, for 15 question marks, the content or the point must be commonly 5 point, and it must come together with elaboration. But you must include together the introduction and as well as the conclusion. So commonly introduction like 3 marks, 2 marks from the conclusion. Okay, for the 5 mark, commonly depends on the question, state ke, identify ke, but then you don't have to elaborate more. Okay, mungkin just provide the certain main sentence. Is that clear, class?
Yes,
Clear
madam.
tak? Okay. For 50 marks, commonly memang you have to provide 5 point. It come together with the elaboration for each point, and then you have to add on with the introduction as well as the conclusion. So another 5 marks too is actually for the introduction as well as the conclusion. Okay, if like say the question is only 10 marks, then you just straight away provide the point and it together with the elaboration. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so any question? If no, then you can proceed to do the answer. To do the exercises first. So mungkin like 4:30 got, okay, 4:30 dulu. If like say you didn't finish it, then I can extend more time. Okay, so 4:30 might be, and we will discuss. Okay.
Madam, sorry madam, saya terlepas. Soalan ni ada dekat VLE
Yeah, VLE and also as you can see on the share screen. So it's actually the same question. Sama je. Okay.
Okay.
So you can find the answer from the chapter 6. Okay, you can start doing it now. Have you finished, class? Have you finished? Class? Ada orang ke tak?
Almost, madam. Almost, madam.
Okay. I give you until 5. Okay. And then after that, we start discussing the answer. Okay, class, have you finished? Can we discuss? Boleh? Boleh discuss?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. So let me share the question first. Okay. So this is the question. Okay. For uh case study question, sometimes the answer is not come from the article. It's not come from the case study. Okay, it just give you a brief idea about something and just hint to the to the answer. Okay, for your answer. So sometimes the answer is not directly from the article. Okay, so you have to understand about what the sometimes kita contoh for first question, identify the ERP concept. Okay, so for this one, um, only 5 marks. As mathematician, you don't need to elaborate, and it's actually give a hint to your answer. Okay, from the overall article. So this one also. So basically, the answer is what we have learned in the class, in what we have read from the slide. Macam contoh, we have the answer for this question in the slide. Macam macam buka slide dulu lah. So what is the answer? While waiting for me to upload this one. What you write? Class. What you write for your answer? What you wrote? Actually, memang dah ada. The answer already in the slide. Okay. So it just relate. It just to give a hint to you so that you can memorize back the concept of the ERP.
Software, madam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one is the system lah. If you still remember, can the history of ERP is actually when in previous years, in one organization, if like say they have like more than one business unit, for example, like they have HR department, they have marketing department, they have accounting department, apa lagi, logistic department, something like logistic operation department. So commonly all this department has their own system. So they operate dependently independently. Okay, so it means that they tak interdependent. They do not uh, interdependent with other business unit. So sometimes certain information might be required from other business unit. So how so this is why, because it can happen the information silo. Okay, if you still remember, information silo, the information cannot be available to other department because the information only circulate within that department only. So it's certain department might be need certain information from other business unit so that they can have like better decision in terms of their apa-apalah. Okay, for example, like what we have learned. Okay, example of ERP, how we can show the ERP in the process. For example, like order processing. Okay, you can see how a few business unit is planning each other. Dia bertindak-tindak. Kenapa dia relate? Okay, in terms of order processing from the sales market, from the sales department, and it goes to the operation or logistic department, accounting department. Okay, to check the payment, and then after that it goes to uh, accounting logistic department in terms of delivery, preparing the product and so on. Okay, so there must be relate each other. So that's why this ERP is actually integrate ni dia combine semua. Okay, combine semua, combine all system in business unit that operate independently. Okay, so you can see here, the ni. Okay, here you can, so this is actually the answer dia lah. Okay, so the first one, so this one, okay, ERP concept. Okay, it's referred to in-house developed or commercially available software solution which provide an integrated suite of IT application. Dia sebenarnya macam like center and connected all those business unit punya information system. Okay, and then support the activities of the organization as a whole. That's why, because dia is actually the center of the information system tu, because it connected to every department. Okay, so that's why dia the support the whole activity within an organization. For if you still remember, we do have FAIS, Functional Area Information System, which is support only within that department only, which is business unit. Okay, so basically for ERP, it combine all these FAIS at the center, information system or center system. Okay, then the concept, the information backbone of the company serve a central nerve system in terms as digital nerves system of the company. Macam, so you can see that ERP ni something like your backbone lah, okay, tulang belakang, sebab dia connected every dia punya branches tu. So dia menjadi tulang belakang. So kalau if like say something happen to the main system, so yang lain pun akan collapse juga. Okay. Okay, and then ERP, the broad sets of activities that supported by multi-module application software that helps a manufacturer or other business manage the important part of its business, including product planning, part purchasing, maintaining inventory. So ni what I'm saying just now, for example, like product processing, okay, it's involved multi application from the sales department, application from the accounting department, and as well as application from the logistic department. And then ERP also include application module for the finance and human resource aspect of a business. So it means that as we know, it's actually work as a whole. So it's also include other department as well. If you remember, before and after ERP, okay, certain if business unit only connected to other business unit, and there are a few system, there are a few business unit not connected to other business unit. So that's why ERP actually integrate all this business unit, okay, in one center system, what we call ERP. Okay. So from the article you can relate, okay, but you can relate the issues, okay, before they implement the ERP. What is the issues if you read the article? Last, what is the issue?
Database couldn't communicate.
Mana? Dekat mana tu? Yes. Okay, multiple database couldn't communicate because it didn't connect to each other. So that's why it's happened. They have problem like shipping milk prone chocolate bars during summer months. Sebab tu dia mengalami masalah apa tu melt pun coklat bars dia mengalami coklat bar dia tu melting because of the might be because of the late delivery in terms of getting the faster information, okay, quick information, because if like say the information is not circulate to other or circulate only within that business unit, how other department can do their tasks if like say they didn't get the information because of this lah. Okay, so that's why they use or they choose ERP and how they can connect the database, okay, from so because every business unit commonly they have their own system, so every system commonly has connected to database. So database is actually the center of where they keep the data. So if like say the data cannot be accessed, okay, from other departments, from macam for example like sales department, they keep the data of all customer order in the database. So how logistic department want to prepare the product if like say they didn't get the information that there is a new order from the sales department, something like that. So if like say they maybe they if like say they cannot get the information instantly, okay, might be there will be a delay in terms of delivery. So that's why that happened. The chocolate bar could be melting and so on. Okay, so that is for the first question concept. So commonly the answer must be related with what we have learned in the class lah. Okay, in the slide. You need to relate with the case study because every point that we have learned for the ERP is actually a common point for every ERP implemented to any company. Okay, so it's general common one, common failure, common issue, common advantage, a common benefit. Okay, so you just need to relate with the case study. Okay, the next question, it asks you to explain 5 potential reasons for Green Rabbit accepting ERP. So what is the 5 major reasons that make the company Green Rabbit to accept the ERP? So here you see 10 marks. So it actually also from the slide. So what is one of the main reason, class? What you have wrote for your answer?
Improve their business.
Improve level in terms of apa? Because improve business is too general.
Business
Standardize, speed up manufacturing process.
Okay, so let's see here. So as Madam mentioned, also the answer acceptable, okay, but it's not tepat, it's not accurate, okay. Acceptable, boleh nak mark, you still can get mark, but it's not accurate, okay. So it has here, so this is actually the answer. Apa the major reason? Okay. Handbook. Ini 5 major reason.
Madam, yang jawapannya manufacturing customer better tu
Okay. The answer is should be on slide 23. Kat media sebab lab ni hang pula. 23. Okay, this one. Okay, the slide here. Okay, 5 major reasons for understanding ARP. The understanding ARP is something or other words is accepting the ARP or adopting the ARP. Okay, so same thing. So this is 5 main reason for understanding or accepting or adopting ARP. Okay. So the first one, kenapa dia accept? Why the 5 major reasons for understanding ARP? It's actually integrate the financial information. Okay, so as you can see here, finance has its own set of revenue numbers, sales has another version, and the different business unit may each have their own versions of how much they contribute to revenue. So it means that every department has its own financial information. So how to make sure this financial information can be used to other department to make certain decision. So that's why the ERP, it help the organization or company in terms of integrating the financial information. Okay, sangat penting nak kena. It's very important to combine or integrate all those financial information from each department. Okay. Okay, so ERP create a single version of truth that cannot be questioned because everyone is using the same system. So if like say, so it means that when everyone is using the same system, so there is no issue like over budget in terms of like in terms of when it comes to financial information, it must be dipanggil valid, rigid. Okay, sebab money, because of money. Okay, so kita tak nak lah sometimes your department use this kind of format, so your department use this kind of format, different format. So how you can standardize? Okay, so quite difficult. Okay, sometimes in terms of not standardized, someone can misuse. Okay, misuse the report, like preparing not truth report. Okay, not truth report. So duit banyak ni keluar, tapi sebenarnya barangnya tak ada keluar budget or the what you call it, the expenses like this. But where is the things? Where is the material that you bought from that kind of financial that kind of expenses, something like that. Okay, so when there is no standardized format, so might be there is issues lah. Okay, so that's why ERP, it actually help the company to integrate the financial information so that they can have like a standardized system. So because they are using the same system, kalau if like say they are using different system, they might be have to prepare different format, different report and so on, which is not standardized and might be difficult lah for the finance department to maybe not to approve the claim, approve the budget and so on. Okay, the next one is to integrate customer order information. Okay, so this one is example like order processing just now lah. Okay, because we know that when the customer order entered through the sales department, we know that the information must be flow to other department as well. Okay, so as you can read here, an ERP system can become the place where the customer order live from the time a customer service representative receive it until loading dock ships the merchandise and finance sends an invoice. So you can see the flow of the customer order from sales department to the finance department until the logistic department, the flow of information. Okay, so by having this information in one software system, okay, rather than scattered among many different systems that can't communicate with one another, company can keep track of order more easily and coordinate manufacturing, inventory, and shipping among many different locations simultaneously. Okay, so it integrates customer order information. Okay, the third one, standardize and speed up manufacturing process. As Madam mentioned, if like say the information need to be instantly flow or delivered or received by other department as well, so it's actually can speed up. Okay, can speed up the manufacturing process. So it can avoid in terms of delay delivery. So macam for example like the case of green rabbit tadi lah. Okay. So ERP system come with standard method for automating some of the steps of the manufacturing process, standardizing those process and using a single integrated computer system can save time, increase productivity and reduce head count. Okay, so because might be before this like say the customer order customer order received by sales department. So this person sales department have to bring all those order manually. Okay, walk in, go to the operation department. Okay, this is the customer order. It takes time because because of human mistake, because of the human delay lah. Because sometimes when you register the order, might be you want to do other things. You have other tasks, so you hold the customer order first. So after you finish your work, then you collect all those orders, then send to the logistic or account department to check the payment and so on. So it quite taking time, okay, to complete one order. So compared with the using the ERP. So ERP you don't have, you just update into the system. Okay, in one time. So other department also can alert about the new information. Okay, and then the fourth one, reduce inventory, of course lah, because when you don't delay any when you don't delay any order, okay, you don't delay any delivery, of course you can, in terms of like for example like you prepare the customer order, you don't have to after you prepare your customer right away you can deliver the order to the customer, so you don't have to like maintain the warehouse, okay, something like that. So extra cost for you maintain the house to keep the stock and so on. Okay, so you actually the fourth reason is to reduce the inventory. Okay, the fifth reason is not, I'm not sure kenapa tak ada. So the fifth reason, you can write down this one. Okay, it's actually improve your business safety. Okay, the fifth reason is not located in this slide. I just noticed it, but for this one you can write down. Sekejap, Madam edit sikit. Saya nak edit juga ni. The fourth reason is the fifth reason, the last reason is actually, so this one you can write down after this, add on to your slide, which is for the business safety, okay, to improve your business safety. Okay, because the regular management system often give you total access to your critical data. Because sometimes when you have your own system, everyone can access it. So there is no like level of authority you don't have like for example like when someone from other department want to access it, you can use this. Use the system, log in using the same ID, the same password. So everyone can access. Okay, so um, it quite what we call it, risky. Okay, risky for certain important or PNC data, private and confidential data. Okay. So, so ERP actually, when you integrate, okay, you have the level of access. Okay, maybe for the managers, they can access more than uh, people at more than employee or staff below them, or because or people at the lower level operation, maybe they can access certain uh, certain features only, something like that. Okay, not overall system. There should be a level of access or level of authority to access the system for the security. Okay. Okay, that is the fifth major reason lah, which is the last major reason for understanding ERP. Or in other words, if like say the question asks you what is the major reason or main reason for accepting ERP, so this is the five answer. So, or other word might be what is the five reason or the major reason for adopting the ERP. Okay, so this is five reason. Alright. Okay, the last question. Discuss the disadvantage of ERP that can cause the possibility of ERP project for Green Rabbit to fail. So this is the possibility that might be cause the ERP project failure. Okay, because of the disadvantage of the ERP. So the company or the IT strategists who propose or recommend this ERP system must alert or aware the client lah. So when they do this kind of this ERP implementation, so this is the disadvantages of ERP that you have to pay attention. Okay, so that you can at least you can already prepared what kind of solution that you can do if let's say this kind of disadvantage happen to the this kind disadvantage of ERP happen to the to your ERP project lah. Okay.
Madam, Madam dekat slide mana? Sebab dekat saya five
Oh.
major reason yang point yang ketiga.
Okay, tak gerak lagi pun sebenarnya. Okay, dia sebab media tadi media cakap pasal reason je saja. Okay, so this is the answer lah. Disadvantage. Okay, banyak. Okay, this one. Nampak tak? Okay, slide ni. Disadvantage. Okay. So this one pun also, the question, the answer is not on the, in the article, not in the case study, but it's also, sometimes the question also asks you to think, what if something like this, what is the disadvantage? So this one also, the most important thing is you can identify the keyword. So when you can identify disadvantage of ERP, so you can memorize back what you have learned in the class. Okay, so this is the a few disadvantage of ERP. Mana? So for the first one, okay, disadvantage, success depends on the skill and experience of the workforce, including training about how to make the system work correctly, So many companies cut costs by cutting training budgets. Privately owned small enterprise are often undercapitalized, meaning their ERP system is often operated by personnel with inadequate education in ERP in general. So this one disadvantage, it could happen if, like, say, the company or the organization neglect about the training, their staff training related to the ERP. So maybe they cut costs because they want to save budget, right? So maybe when they cut costs, they not the staff will not have like enough training in handling the ERP system. So because of this inadequate education in handling the ERP system, the ERP might be not works to the organization. Okay, you just refresh back lah. Okay, people is one of the IT resources. It means that the people have to know how to handle the um, technology. Okay, because even though you have like very expensive technology, very sophisticated technology, but if, like, say, your staff, your company, or sorry, your staff, your employee cannot handle, don't know how to use it, then so your investment very useless lah. Okay, so in terms of disadvantage, because of the certain company, they neglect about the training to their staff related to ERP. Then personal turnover, companies can employ new managers lacking education in the company ERP system, proposing changes in business practice that are out of synchronization with the best utilization of the company selected ERP. Okay, so for this one, in terms of like professional job lah, sebab sometimes managers ni they quit, okay, they resign, so sometimes the company hired new managers with lacking of education related to ERP. So might be because of this, mungkin not enough knowledge, not enough experience. Maybe sometimes the new managers cannot like propose a best practice or propose the best business practice that synchronized with the technology that has been introduced in the company, because they need to align, okay, because sometimes the business practice is not tally with the technology that they have, then it didn't work as well lah, because it cannot fully utilize the technology. Okay, then the disadvantage, the next disadvantage, which is the customization of the ERP software is limited. Some customization may involve changing of the ERP software structure, which is usually not allowed. Okay, so for this one, mungkin sometimes ERP software is more like software package. Dia macam like they already prepared the software to that kind of with that kind of function or features. Okay, so sometimes certain organization they didn't match with that kind of features they did, so they need to customize their own ERP. But ERP is for in terms of customization of ERP is very limited because this something like macam example like Microsoft Word lah. Okay, so if like say the organization already provide you this kind of software, so you just need to use what kind of features provided in the software. Okay, so if like say you want to have this kind of features, or when you add this, you appear this, when you add this, you can appear this, you can do this, you can do editing, and then you can change the color. So there is no more customization to the Microsoft Word Microsoft application, something like that. So because they provide that kind of features only, might be the features is not suitable with your business with your business practice. So that's why sometimes you need to customize the ERP so that it can match with your business practice. But then this kind of features, this kind of permission is not is very quite limited. So you quite have apa nak cakap a small range of selection in terms of features lah. In terms of customize ni, in terms of might be you want to request a certain features to ERP. Macam contoh, for example like customize custom baju, custom shirt, custom your baju kurung. So you want to request this one, this cutting like this, and then this one you maybe at your hand you want make it smaller. Okay, customize. Other than ready-made, because sometimes software ready-made, because ready-made you just can use what they have prepared for you, something like that. For example like baju kurung ready-made, you cannot alter lah, because when you buy that kind of size, that kind of measurement is something like this lah, already ready-made. Okay, so you cannot like request for your own, or I want to make it more smaller, I want to make it more longer, cannot. Okay, so in terms of the same thing with the ERP software, in terms of customization also is limited. You cannot simply change other features provided in ERP software. Then the re-engineering of business process to fit the industry standard prescribed by the ERP system may lead to loss of competitive advantages. So sometimes when you implement the ERP and it requires you to do the re-engineering of the business process, it can cause maybe before you implement the ERP system, this is actually your competitive advantage to your business when you for this business process. Okay, but then you want to upgrade, you use the ERP system, but sometimes suddenly might be it didn't really match with your business process. You have to do the re-engineering process. Okay, re-engineering redesign your workflow of your business process, okay, to fit the industry standard, because sometimes the industry standard we have to follow. If not, might be your product cannot be approved, something like that. Okay, but then it can cause, because of these changes, it can cause to your company, which is a loss of competitive advantage. Okay, this is what make your company is different from others. Okay, but then because of implementation of ERP, you have to lose the competitive advantage. And then the next one is ERP system can be very expensive to install. So ERP vendor can charge sums of money for annual license renewal that is unrelated to the size of company using the ERP or its profitability. Okay, so this is one of the disadvantage of ERP system also lah, because it's consume a very large budget, okay, to install or to implement ERP to your organization, as what we have learned, okay, because you have need to set up the equipment, you have to buy this data center, you have to buy this what we call it, data center, network, database, okay, and so on, because you have to prepare the equipment to support the ERP. But there is other options lah, okay, because this is other option. What is the other option? Instead of this physically set up the ERP class, you can use any idea? Ada idea tak? You have learned this. So this one is from your case study too. You can use ERP cloud. Okay, because you don't have to set up the physically hardware devices equipment to have this ERP system. Okay, there are lots more disadvantages as you can see here. Okay, in terms of technical support. Okay, okay, and then okay, sometimes ERP often seen as too rigid and too difficult to adapt to the specific workflow or business process, which just didn't match with the business process. Okay, so that's why it can also cause the failure of the business lah, because it didn't match with the business process. So kalau like say, you implement ERP and it didn't match with your business process, so it didn't improve your the way how you work pun. So no use lah. So it could be because of the failure of the ERP lah. Okay, there are more. So system can be difficult to use. Okay, because of, as Madam mentioned, the lack of the training. Okay, many of the integrated links need high accuracy in other applications to work effectively. A company can achieve minimum standard, then over time, dirty data will reduce the reliability of some application. So in terms of integrated, in terms of other system, they connected each other. Something they because they perform better, they need more like very accurate data. Okay, to make sure other application effectively. So if like say this old system or they connected to ERP system, they cannot provide like kind of very clean data. Okay, so that's why other application cannot work effectively in terms of integrating ERP as well. Okay, and then once a system is established, switching costs are very high for any one of the partners. Okay, by reducing flexibility and strategic control at the corporate level, then the blurring of the company boundaries can cause problem in accountability, lines of responsibility, and employee morality. So this one in terms of like ethics lah. Okay. Okay. So there is a few answer. So if like say as I mentioned, for 50 marks question, okay, you don't have to provide more than 5 lah. Okay, just provide 5 point, come together with the elaboration, and it must include with the introduction as well as the conclusion. So I think the introduction and also conclusion is actually 3 marks for you. 3 marks. So you can write anything related to ERP for the introduction, and also you can conclude or summarize something related to ERP for the conclusion. Okay, so because these 5 marks, I can say that might be your free marks. Okay, you provide the intro, you provide the conclusion, yes, you can get those marks. Okay, is that clear, class?
Clear.
Okay, so for this chapter, it's actually, yes, it has for the essay part, actually we have 2 questions, and it has like small questions lah for each part. So this one of these questions related to this chapter 6. Okay, so try to read on and focus on the exercises and so on. All right, we have done with the exercise and with the chapter 6. Okay. Any question? Any question?
Madam,
Hmm.
can I ask if there is any past year question for us to do exercise on?
I'm not sure. Sebab madam part-time lecturer. Because I'm not sure how the student can access the system. Maybe you can ask to the library, go to the library and ask about the past year question. Because I don't know how to access the past year question. How student can access that? Husna kan tanya tadi?
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Maybe you can refer to the library, ask the librarian. Okay? Maybe they know how to access, how the student can access. Okay, other than that, so basically, as we mentioned, your final exam got MCQ question, 50 question. 50 saja. 50 question for MCQ. And another part is essay part. Just like this question. Might be they have like what we call it, the case study, something like this. Okay. But then the case study it's not a must come from these chapters. It could be come from other chapters, but this chapter part of your essay question. Okay. Okay. Any question? Ada lagi? Is there any question before we end the class? How many of you have not yet submit your attendance?
Madam, can you take for me?
Okay. Your name,
Azurin.
please? Azurin. Anyone else? That way I call out your name. For those not yet submit your attendance. So, or if like say you do have any question, you can ask me now why I'm doing this. Any question? The most important thing is when it's come to your writing part, don't left your answer booklet empty. Write anything. Don't left any question empty. Okay? Because I cannot help you if like say you left the question empty. Okay? No sentence to mark. Okay. So if like say you write something that is, even though maybe not related to the question, maybe there is one or two marks for the effort marks. Okay. Okay, Muhammad Adam ada? Muhammad Adam, Muhammad Syabil, Nur Fatin Syazwani, Sarah, no? Okay, if like say no, then I'll see you next week lah. So next week is actually our last class. So I will brief more on your final exam in terms of formats and so on. And class, please read chapter 1 until chapter 5 because I'm going to give you exercises for MCQ. Okay, so but for this one it didn't affect your assessment marks lah. Okay, it's just for the practice for you, exercises for you. Okay, good exercises for you for your MCQ question final exam. So you just do revision to read chapter 1 until chapter 5. So next week you just need to do the exercises for MCQ, but no revision. See, I just give, maybe the question I prepared like 50 question, I give you 45 or 50 minutes. So you don't have time to Google. Is that clear, class? But that one no marks contribution to your coursework marks lah. Okay, because it's just only for exercises. Just test your memory. Okay, is that okay, class?
Okay, madam.
Yes, boleh madam.
Okay. Okay, so can we end the class now? Before, do you have any question? Ada soalan lagi? Thank you. Okay, so if like say you don't have any questions, so see you next week. Take care, stay safe. Make sure